U.S. officials are now defending a Caribbean boat strike that ended with a second missile hitting men already in the water, and raising new questions about whether America just crossed the line into a war crime. In early September, U.S. forces hit a small Venezuelan vessel in the Caribbean as part of Trump's new war on narco-terrorists. Officials said that there was a boat linked to gangs and cartels and announced everyone on board was dead. Now we know that wasn't all true. According to multiple national security sources, the first missile blast didn't kill everyone. At least 2 men survived, clinging to debris in the water on live drone feeds. And instead of rescuing them, an admiral ordered a second strike that killed the survivors. Sources also say that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had given a verbal order to, quote, kill everybody and leave no survivors on the boat. Hegseth denies giving an illegal order and calls the reporting fake, but the basic timeline has been confirmed by the White House. There was a follow-up strike on survivors ordered by Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley, and the administration insists it was lawful self-defense. This isn't a one-off incident. Since September, the U.S. has launched over 20 similar airstrikes on boats in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific, killing more than 80 people in a campaign the administration says targets narco-terrorists tied to groups like Venezuela's Tren de Aragua. So why are experts using the phrase war crime? Well, under the laws of war, once someone is wounded or shipwrecked and out of the fight, you're not allowed to deliberately kill them. They're considered out of combat and must be treated humanely. Legal scholars and former Pentagon lawyers say if the reporting is accurate, deliberately striking clearly disabled survivors is illegal both under international law and U.S. war crime statutes. There's also a fight over whether this is even a war at all. A secret Justice Department memo ties this label to a non-international armed conflict with narco-terrorists and claims immunity for U.S. personnel. But many experts and human rights groups argue these are criminal suspects on the high seas, not combats on a battlefield. And that makes the killings look less like war and more like extrajudicial executions. Bipartisan lawmakers are demanding the drone footage, the legal memo, and sworn testimony. The big unanswered question is who gets held responsible if the world decides this was murder, not self-defense. If you believe independent journalism like this matters, consider supporting the show through Patreon or a YouTube membership with added perks. For as little as $1 a month, you can help us keep telling the stories that go far beyond the headlines and bringing valuable information to the masses. We don't have big donors or sponsors. We are truly building this pure and from the ground up. If you've gotten something out of these videos, please consider becoming a supporter today and be sure to follow the show so that you don't miss any new updates.